Hello everyone, my name is Gigilin Velasco and I'm your student caregiver for today. I'm going to demonstrate how to bed batting. A bed bath is done to help wash someone who cannot get out of bed. You may need to give the entire bath or just help wash certain areas. The purposes of bed bathing are: first, to remove transient microorganism, body secretion, excretion, and dead skin cells. Second, to promote client comfort and relaxation. Third, to stimulate circulation to the skin. And the last one is to prevent or eliminate unpleasant body odors. So in performing bed bath, we are guided by the following guidelines. First is to confirm doctor's order because sometimes the back order may have changed. Also, we need to check the client's identification and condition. This is because in some instances, giving a bed bath may be harmful to a client who is in pain, hemorrhaging, or weak. The next thing that we have to do is to greet our client and also establish rapport. We need to ask them about their personal hygiene, preferences, and their ability to assist with the procedure. So good day everyone, my name is Gigilin Velasco and I'm your student caregiver for today. I will be performing bed bath. So for the initial procedure, first I have to greet the client and also validate some information about him or her. So in validating information, we have to observe the wristband of our client and also ask the client to state his or her name and also her birthdays. So, good day. I am Gigilin, the student caregiver for today. Please state your name and reward me for me, please.
My name is John Velasco. And my birthday on October 11, 2010.
So, hi John Ray. How are you?
I'm okay.
Okay, good. So today, I will be performing bed bath. So I will be cleaning your body while you are in bed and studying. Okay, so why do you think that we have to perform this procedure?
And the germs on me.
Yes, very good. Because I will be cleaning your body from the germs and other bacteria that can foster of your skin. Also, the reason why we do bed bath is to improve your circulation so that your blood will flow perfectly in your body. And also we perform better to provide your comfort and also help you to get sleep right. So can you help me perform this procedure?
Yes, sure.
So after establishing a rapport, we need to prepare all the equipment that we needed for bed bath. So I have all my equipment. You need to remember that prior to performing bed bath, we need to perform proper hand hygiene to prevent contamination and spread of microorganisms. And also don our gloves, but this is optional. Daily gloves is optional, but it is a must when performing perennial care. So let us begin. Okay, so after donning our gloves, we're also reminded a few more things. So if there are any curtains or any doors, here we need to close them in order to provide warmth and privacy to our client. That you may now proceed with the next step, and the next step is to get our basin full of water, and we need to let our client check the temperature of the water if it's discolorable for them. So we have basin. Sir, Can you please check the temperature of water? Is it comfortable for you?
Yes, sure.
Okay, good. So after we have covered our client with a blanket, he may now proceed to remove the pillow and also put the big towel under his head and also towel over his chest. After we have put towel under his head and also over his chest, you may now proceed. Proceed. So after the initial procedure, we may now receive the clinic the eyes of our patient, making sure that we do not be so as it may irritate the eyes. So we want to clean the eyes of our patient from inner surface to outer surface using different side of the cloth. This is to avoid sweeping debris to the eyes of our client and also to avoid the spread of infection. So now I'm going to wash the eyes of my client from inner surface to outer surface and using different sections of the cloth. Inner surface to the outer surface. We can proceed to cleaning the face of our patient. So in cleaning the face of our patient, we can use soap only if they prepared it. Remember that soap is drying to the face. We may also follow the number 3 pattern. So from the forehead going to the nose and from the nose going to the chin. We may also want to include the ears of our patient as well. So now, we can proceed to washing the face of our client from forehead to the neck. After cleaning the face of our patient, we may now proceed to the upper limb. So in cleaning the upper limb, we can now do so we also need to do a long strokes. As long strokes stimulate circulation by facilitating venous return. In cleaning the upper limb, we also want to start from the distal to the proximal. So from your head up to your axilla. Now, I want to remind all of you that while I was performing bed bath on the client, the bed was already close to the wall. Hence, I cannot go to the other side of the bed, to the other arm. But you need to be reminded that the same procedure will be performed to the other arm of the client. The same thing that you did to the first one. Okay, so now we are going to proceed to washing the upper limb extremities of our client. So we are going to wash the arms from distal to proximal, from the hands of the axilla. So now we may proceed to washing the axilla. So you would want to repeat the same procedure for the other arm, but since the bed is already at the side and I can't go around, it will just tell you that we need to perform the same procedure on the other one. Now that we're done with the upper limb, we can now proceed to cleaning the chest and abdomen of our client. So one thing to remember here is, of course, to put the bed towel under the trunk of our client so that we may avoid wetting the bed, and also put the bed towel over his or her chest so that we may be able to provide privacy that our client needs. And so after performing this procedure, we can also change the water that we are using for bed bathing. Number one is because it might have cooled down already, and the second one is because it might have been cleaned. Leading to the next step, which is cleaning the lower limb, we can first change the water that we are using. Now that we're done cleaning in the Now that we're done cleaning the chest and the abdomen of our patient, and we already changed the water that we are using, we can now proceed to the lower limb. So in cleaning the lower limb, we have to bend the knees of our client. This will allow us to have easier access to the top leg and also to the bottom part of the leg. Also, with necessary, we have to provide pillow or cushion underneath the knees so that we may be able to provide support. In cleaning the legs of our patient, you also want to start from distal to proximal. So from the foot of our patient to the knee, and from the knee to the upper leg of our patient. So again, I would like to remind everyone that when I was performing this method, the bed was already close to the wall. Hence, I cannot go around the bed in order to clean the other leg of my client. What you have to do here is what you did with the first leg. You just have repeat it and clean the other one. So now let's begin. So we are going to wash the lower extremities of our client again from distal to proximal. Okay. After cleaning the lower limbs of our patient, we may now receive the cleaning their back and their buttocks. So the first thing that we have to do here is to turn them on a lateral position. This allows us to have easier access and visualization of their back. So if the client isn't able to assist us in doing this procedure, the first thing that we have to do is to bend their knees and then turn them into a lateral position. Sure that we aren't gentle in every move that we make. The next thing that we have to do is to observe for any skin indication, as skin breakdowns commonly occurs over bony areas, so we have to also be careful in cleaning the sacral area of our client, and also if ever needed by the client, we also perform back rubbing. After performing all the steps in bed batting, we have to make sure that the client is comfortable before taking them. After this, we need our document procedure.